Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 9 of the FA Gaming Podcast. We are back again in the middle of our little hiatus that's soon to be over. And I'm joined by the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, 1992,
Hola.
or as they call him, Big
well,
Daddy.
Don't tell them what they really call me. They might not want to hear that. Hello.
So let's start how we normally start. So, what you been playing?
Fall Guys.
Yes.
Fall Guys.
We love us some
The Flying Beans. That game is so. It's not. Do you know? I don't even get frustrated with it. I don't think. Like if I don't get through, I'm just like, oh god, freaking damn it, let's go again.
Yeah. Like straight in the lobby.
And it's normally
something
ridiculous. Like we had a race on there and we jumped and headbutted the side of the finish line.
We
both didn't get through.
Early.
And it was just like that shit's hilarious. Yeah. It's great. I've been playing that.
The thing I love about Fall Guys is that like when you lose, you can't claim it as bullshit. It's just like, wow, I messed up.
Although I did have one where I grabbed the crown and I just headbutted it.
All the people before you also grabbed the crown and it didn't work. So
I'm wondering when there's like a time delay on that crown being active. I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah, apart from that, I have not been playing too much. I'm still hunting my shinies in Pokemon Shield. New DLC comes out for that in the next month and a half or so.
Another one?
Yeah, well, the second half of this one, yeah.
So what's going to be added in that one?
They are adding all the original legendary birds. So Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, and they're going to be different types as well, and they look sick.
Right.
And a load more other Pokemon as well. They're going to bring back all the Pokemon eventually, basically.
So just shove them all into the game.
And they're bringing back that raid thing that I was talking about a few episodes ago.
So the one where it's like a dungeon.
Yeah, you group up and then you go through like a dungeon, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
I might even try and convince you to play that. I'll supply you some legendaries, Pokemons. Get you involved.
Yeah, we'll see. Depends if I can prize the Switch out of Christine's hands.
True.
So apart
from that, Elder Scrolls Online, I started that up again the other night.
Yeah.
I'm having a fun time with it as well. Oh, hello, there's a little visitor.
There's a child in the room.
You gonna say hello? Oh.
Say hello to the video.
I can still see you. Get out.
Just like sitting in the corner like, hello. Can I join?
Where were we? Elder Scrolls Online, I'm having a lot of fun with that again. And I pumped loads of hours on the PS4 probably about 4 years ago. And I feel like I might get lost in it again.
Yeah. I don't know about it because like I'm having fun like when we done that dungeon last night.
Yeah.
That was fun. But like when it gets to any bit where people are talking, I'm literally just skipping through the whole thing just to get the quest and then I'm off, I'll go do the quest. So it's like the lore part of it
doesn't bother you.
Not paying any attention to.
But the fight and then the leveling up is pretty satisfying, right?
Which is good enough for me, I think.
Yeah.
For now. I don't know whether once the free period's over, I don't know whether I'll get it or not. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. That's it so far. I finished Last of Us a couple of weeks ago. I haven't switched my PlayStation on since.
No itch to finish those other single player games that you've got?
Well, the only one that I've got is Star Wars now.
Yeah.
I'll probably get around to it. I re-downloaded Horizon as well to try finish that before number 2 comes out. I feel like I've
Have you
got
not
plenty.
finished it?
I didn't finish it. It got to a point. It was, I don't know. I just didn't want to play single player games at the time, so I was like forcing myself through it. It's a bit like what I'd done with Final Fantasy the last 2 years. I'd pick it up for 3 hours 1 month, and then I'd leave it for 4 months, and then I'd go back for
Yeah.
it for another 3 hours. So I just need to sit down and try and get into it. If I don't get into it, I'm just going to sack it off and say it's not for me. But see,
But you're going to get the new one still.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to miss too much of the story. I could watch a story recap on YouTube, I guess.
Yeah, you could probably find like a 10-15 minute video that just like whips through it.
What happened in
which
Horizon.
is what I did for Last of Us 1
Yeah.
before I started watching the series.
Yeah. How about you?
Um,
You've been Fall Guys. We've been SO.
Basically the same, yeah. So Fall Guys, I think, is numero uno. So been enjoying that.
One thing I said about Fall Guys is it's one of them games where if you're not feeling like playing anything, you could probably switch on, play a game, and then you're there for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's so
Next
easy
thing
just
you
to
know,
switch
you're
on
like-
and just chill.
Yeah, like you've come second or third a few times, and then you're just itching to get that crown, so you just keep playing it for God
Yeah.
knows how many hours.
Exactly.
But yeah, apart from that, I played a few hours of Ghost of Tsushima. I got to like what I assume is like the midpoint. So I don't know if did you watch any of the episodes?
No, I haven't yet because the plan was to play it, but I don't know whether I'm going to have any time or
Yeah.
need to.
Basically, like the way the map is, it's like a long island, and they've broken it down into like 3 districts.
Right.
But the first, to get into the second district, there's literally just this tiny little choke point where there's this castle.
Right.
And basically the bad guy's in the castle, and you spend a little while building up people to go and attack. Well, I accidentally started that attack.
What, by yourself?
Well, no, I'd like done a load of missions here, there, and everywhere, and then another one popped up. I was like, oh, I'll go do this one, not fully reading what it said. Got there, and it was like, right, let's go to the castle. I was like, shit. But it was the mission, all in all, was at least like an hour, and it was really fucking good. And like now I finally feel myself getting used to the fighting, and I can start actually like countering people rather than just getting slapped about constantly. So it was really good fun. I'm enjoying it way more now than I was when I was recording it. So
good.
I think that was a good decision to drop it for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah,
nice.
That's it. That's all we got.
Just to keep playing about with my.
Yeah, do what you got to do. So we've got a couple of talking points. I think we'll save. We've got state of play thoughts. I think we'll save that till last. We'll get through the little things first.
Yeah.
So the first one is Halo Infinite, delayed to 2021. Why would they do that?
Oh, I don't know. It looked polished. It looked finished. The graphics were
impeccable.
I saw that happening. Honestly, they were never going to release it this year.
I don't know. I am a little surprised. I thought they were just going to go with it because it's basically their one launch title that they've got this big. But they've just been like, you know what? We've got Game Pass. We'll just let you play backwards compatible Xbox games.
They're doubling down on Game Pass so much.
Big time.
It doesn't. They almost. It's almost like they don't really care about. Oh, this game's going to be a 2021 now, but it's going to be on Game Pass, so you could buy that for now for the next year until it's out.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're just doubling.
Like they've admitted defeat with they've almost admitted defeat with the console war. In that they're like, well, we're not going to be able to come up with the first party exclusive like PlayStation have. So let's just let them have it. Let them spend all their money that they want on it, getting their exclusive Spider-Man and Marvel and things like that. So,
which, by the way, is selling consoles for Sony anyway.
Yes.
It must be. I can't imagine there's not a comic book fan out there that saw the Spider-Man like when it was first announced and went, I'll pass. I'll stick to my Xbox and Gears of
Yeah.
War 5, 4, and
5.
not and just skip it and just like, nah, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
There were people out there that were going, okay, I've got to go buy a PS4 to play this. All right, I'll do it.
Yeah. Or even like the people that didn't want to go and buy a PS4, now they get into the next generation, they might be thinking, well, if I get a PS5, I can play the old Spider-Man and then be ready to play the new one when that
And
comes out.
probably be
So
able to pick up the game for about 15 quid now.
yeah, yeah. So
So,
yeah, I
uh,
think although Sony are punting the money around, I think it'll work.
it's paying
I
off.
think it's clearly working, and it's making
It's paying
Microsoft
off.
choose to do something else, which is also really good for the gamers because you've got like this one,
Oh,
like us, for example, we've got a PlayStation and a PC, so we can play PlayStation games and Xbox games
yeah.
and PC games. So we're fine. We're set. We don't have to buy
Best £4
like,
a
two or
month
three consoles.
that I pay
Yeah,
out.
easily,
And
easily.
do you know what the thing is? I've not even played it for like the past 3 or 4 weeks, but that
Yeah,
doesn't bother me because it's £4 and I know that I can
yeah.
hop
It's
on
it's
there.
like it's not an itching subscription, is it?
Nah,
Like every month, I see my Now TV subscription come out of my account. I'm like, I still haven't watched any films on it,
yeah,
but I'm still paying for it. Whereas Game
yeah,
Pass, £4, isn't it? It's not even
4
it's not
quid.
even a lunch.
No,
So,
nah. And
but yeah,
I've not even paid enough into it so far that I could have bought Sea of Thieves. And I've had a
yeah,
good few hours out of Sea of Thieves already.
definitely, yeah.
Like I reckon we probably done the first 2 or 3 weeks. We probably easily hit 30 hours in it.
Oh, 100%. We were playing it loads.
Yeah. So I mean, I've already got my money out of Game Pass there.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
only the second month, third month of it. Second
I think
month
we're
of
in
it.
the second month now,
Yeah.
aren't we?
I've
It's
paid
good.
£5 because I got the first one for £1.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy. I don't know why you wouldn't get Game Pass.
No,
And
it's
this
no
is
brainer.
not an ad, by the way. I just it's the amount of games on there as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
pay £4. Do yourself a favour if you own a PC.
100%. 100%. Even if you don't think your PC will be able to run the big AAAs, there's that ton of indie
Loads
games
of
on
other
there,
games. Yeah,
loads of them. So
yeah,
definitely do it if you haven't considered it already, for sure.
exactly that. Exactly that.
Speaking of Xbox and Microsoft, they loosely announced when the console was going to come out, and big surprise, it's November.
Right before Christmas, bro.
I mean, I was expecting November anyway, so it's like.
There's no surprise there.
And I'll tell you what annoyed me today. I was scrolling through Facebook on the way home from work today, and Game and Bible came up, which is basically Lad Bible. Right? Their article that I never click on their articles, but the title said Xbox announced Series X launch date, and it's sooner than we thought. I'm like, when do you think it was coming out?
Well, they've always said it was going to be this year, right?
Yeah, and like, surely you can't think they're going to do it in December because literally everything comes out in November.
Bro,
Like,
imagine them going, oh, by the way, now that you got Christmas out of the way, we're going to hit you with that crispy new PS5 and Xbox
yeah,
Series X. Where's all your
like
money?
December
It's like,
27th, here's your new console.
I've already spent it. I spent it last month. It was Christmas, you idiots.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm not even going to click on the article because I just can't. I'm not even going to give them my advertiser money for that. That was just disgusting.
I stopped following them like years ago. Clickbait, bro.
I only follow them because like it's good, like a good reminder for any sorts of announcements that I might have missed, and I'll literally read the title and be like, and then I'll go onto Twitter and then look on Twitter instead.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no surprise. I think did they announce an actual date or
nope, just November. In the same post where they were saying about Halo being.
I think PlayStation will go in before them and do the very start
End
of
of
November.
October.
Very start of November. Literally first after Halloween. What date? Because they normally release them on like Friday, right?
Yes.
Most stuff like that. 30th of October, maybe. If not, you're looking at the 6th of November.
Yeah. It all
Yeah,
depends
I can
on
see
what
that.
actual date Xbox are going for, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, they could come out and just say, "Oh, we're going to release it on." It won't be a Sunday. I wouldn't have thought we're going to release it on the 2nd of November,
Yeah.
or they could go a week earlier. I don't know. It's cool though. It's good that we've actually got a date that we can start saving towards.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Who do you think, as a little side note, who do you think is gonna give up first in this game of chicken on the price? Because it's got to happen soon, right? I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Sony now come out and say a price. Because they don't have
Yeah.
to come out now and say, "Oh, by the way, we're going to be releasing in November," because Xbox have already done that, and they always release near each other.
Yeah.
So come out with a price. Tell us the price.
I don't know
I don't know.
whose event is next up out of the two, but I think
It should be
that's when
PlayStation.
the
No,
price will be.
because we've just had State of Play, so it should be Xbox.
Yeah, state of
Um,
play. Oh,
we'll get onto that, but yeah,
no, but I mean, like, would you
the
really class
actual
that as the event?
PS5 one. Nah, probably not.
August
No.
console events. Let me have a look. The PS5 event you've been waiting for is coming soon.
Just a side
Late
note:
August.
any anime fans that watch this, and you'll appreciate this. This was drawn by my digitally drawn by my 12-year-old sister.
Oh, bro, that is sick. I mean, I don't know who it is, but that is sick.
Yeah, right.
That's really cool. She want to do some designing for us, or
I mean, yeah. I'm sure if I message her, she'd be well up for it. Yeah, I thought that's cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to digress from what we were
no,
doing.
that's fine.
She just sent me a picture of it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think they both look like they're at the end of August, but no actual date. So we'll see. But I think whoever's event is next, that's who's going to reveal the price first. I think like the next event.
Problem is, get out.
That's the problem.
Right. Anyway, yeah, sorry about that. There's going to be a cut just before this. Just something I had to sort out. We were talking about price. I think Sony should just drop a price now.
Yeah.
Date's been announced. It's going to be somewhere around there that Sony are dropping. Don't give a specific date. Don't even give a date. Just give a price.
Just tell us
Worry
the
about
price.
the date later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
That's it. Just end that. That's it.
Yep.
Give us the price so we can start saving for it, and then just like give me a day's notice of when it's
And
coming
not
out. I don't
spending money on airsoft equipment.
Nah, let's not go there. That's a different kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have two big arrivals to two different streaming platforms.
Yeah.
So before we started tonight, we spent about 10 minutes, 15 minutes probably
20 minutes, mate.
watching
20 minutes.
Shroud
Return
start
to
his
Twitch.
Twitch stream.
Which he started without sound, by the way.
Yeah, so he was on the starting soon screen with about 300 and something K people watching it and subbing to it. As soon as his intro starts, no sound, and then his face shows up, and everyone just goes wild. And I think like it's probably about 5 minutes, and then he says that there's been 13,000 subs. And then we watched him get up to over 500,000 viewers. So
I was there.
Shroud, I suppose.
Yeah. Welcome back. I mean, or welcome to that platform.
Yeah, I mean, not so much welcome
he
back.
said that he said that he just had a vacate. I think there's more to it.
Yeah, yeah. He said he had a
I think
nice
there was. I think
45-day vacation or something.
there was contracts and stuff.
100%.
Fair play. He hasn't got to tell anyone that, and it's not really for anyone to sort of speculate what went on. But with everything that's gone on, you've got to assume that something like that happened. Bearing in mind that the other one that we're talking about, Doctor Disrespect, who's now over at YouTube,
Yep.
all of that money that Twitch were going to pay him got freed up when he got released.
Exactly.
So
And it's probably all gone to get Shroud back onto the channel.
quite
So
possibly,
yeah,
yeah, it's good to see them both back though, because they were both big influencers and big streamers. And the Doc was live for like 24 hours straight, and he had. I dread to think how many concurrent viewers he had. He must have had well over 100,000 for like most of that.
yeah, because you got to think that once all the American viewers start going to bed, that's when we start waking up. So all of the UK and Europe would have been tuning in.
It was just on a loop as well, which is the crazy thing. And people were subbing and that to him. Fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play. They've both made big moves there. Yeah, I'm yeah.
That's it. Enough said on that one.
Well, the thing is though, Doc still doesn't know. Apparently, still doesn't know why you got banned. You've got to imagine that if he genuinely doesn't know, it's got to do something to do with Shroud and him going back to Twitch.
I
Who
don't know.
knows? I don't think we'll ever find out.
Like I said to you before, something about Doc doesn't sit right with me, and I'm not a big fan of his character.
Yeah.
I think he's just not telling the truth. I don't like. How could you, like, if you didn't know, how could you let Twitch just get away with that?
I don't. I think there was.
I think he knows.
I think there was 6 of one, half dozen of the other, and they were probably threatening each other with certain things. I don't know.
Yeah, my guess is it's whatever the situation is. Twitch have said to him, "Look, you leave, we'll just ban your channel. No questions asked. We'll just leave it at that. We won't say what's happened here. You don't say what's happened here. You just go on your merry way."
Yeah.
I feel like that's what's happened, but that's just a guess. Obviously, I don't have it.
Yeah.
But I just find
fair
it hard
play
to
to them both. They're both back. People like them.
People are happy.
People are happy. Shroud and Doc are definitely happy.
Yeah, bank accounts are happy. So
yeah, fair play. Fair play.
All right. So next up, let's talk PlayStation's State of Play event that was last week. We kind of half watched it while playing Fall Guys, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
But there was a few times where I stopped what I was doing and watched what was actually being shown. So there was a couple of good things in there. So what we'll do, we'll go through. I've got a list of the games here, so I'll go through each game and we'll talk a little bit about it, opinions, what we thought, if you even remember, whatever. So the first one on the list is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
Yeah.
First off, I like the title. I really like the title.
It's really cool. It's smart.
Yeah, because everyone's been wanting a new Crash Bandicoot for ages.
Yeah, it's about time, right?
Yeah, it's about time.
I like it. Do you know? I'm not. I played Crash a lot when I was a kid.
Yes,
and
yeah.
I played it enough that if I was to get it now, I'd enjoy it. But it's not one that's like up there on the top of my list. Like,
yeah,
I'll give or take it. I imagine that Chrissy will probably buy it and I'll play it for a bit. I don't know whether I'll get fully invested in it, but yeah, looks alright.
Yeah,
it's good.
It looks good. Like the graphics are good and the gameplay looks good.
They're freshened the gameplay up a lot as well, which is nice.
Yeah, it's just that like that style of game has like lost its touch with me years ago. That's not my thing anymore. But it does look good, I have to say.
I like what they've done with when you've completed a level, you can go back in it and it'll have like a special a different style to it. So it can be like a negative style or you can spin and you'll splash colour all over the place and that'll light the way for you. That's cool. I like that. I like that they're reimagining it almost.
And
It's good.
they're trying
Mm.
to like improve the replayability of the game, aren't they?
Yeah,
So you could just go back to the same level probably like 5 or 6 times, but with different filters on,
yeah,
basically. Um, yeah, it's clever.
yeah. Like it.
And you actually get to play as Dingo Dial,
Yeah,
his new fancy gun. So yeah,
pretty cool.
I'll keep an eye on it. I might pick it up when it gets cheap or something, but we'll see. Next on the list is Hitman 3. I actually didn't see any of it.
I did. They've announced all 3 for PSVR as well, haven't they?
Or I think it's just for VR. I don't think it's just PSVR, is it?
I thought it was
I
maybe it
thought
is
it was
just
for
VR.
VR.
Well, yeah, maybe it is.
But either way, that is really cool. I
They were
will.
showing it on the PSVR, so
Yeah.
that's why
So
I
from
thought
what
that.
I've
Yeah.
gathered, because I did a little bit of digging on it, and it sounds like that Hitman 3 is going to come out VR compatible, but
Mhm.
then the other two will become VR compatible in time. They'll basically
Yeah.
just patch each level or something like
Mhm.
that. Looking forward to it. I'll try it for sure. One of the like if Hitman 1 becomes cheap or something, I'll pick it up and try it on the
I'm
VR if it is for other VRs. Just to play as a hitman. I mean,
yeah.
how cool is it going to be creeping up behind someone with a garrote wire?
Hmm.
I mean, that
Yeah,
sounds
I
pretty.
don't know. Hitman's one of them games again. Like I played Revelation
Yes.
PS4, and I didn't enjoy it. I bought it and I didn't enjoy it. I took it back 3 days later. I was just like, that's not for me. I'm done. I
Yeah,
just
they
feel,
kind of lost their way a little bit. I think Hitman Blood Money was the best one.
yeah,
Loved it.
yeah. But no,
Um,
I'm not really on the Hitman bandwagon. It looks great. Graphics look amazing, and they look good. If that was VR gameplay, it looked good in VR as well.
yeah.
I just yeah, doesn't bother me too much. Doesn't bother me
So
too much.
we'll
Yeah,
skip over that one.
yeah.
Next on the list then will be Braid Anniversary Edition. So basically a remake remaster jobby of a game that I've never heard of.
Mm.
So I don't even remember seeing the video of it. So I haven't really got much to say on that one.
Skip.
But I know a lot of people are hyped for it.
Mm. I
Just
might
never
look
heard of
into
it.
it a bit
Never played it.
later. I might watch a video on it or something, but no,
Yeah.
not first.
The next one, I'm not really sure. The Pathless. So that's the one where you are the archer
Through
and
the
you
forest,
basically
and you go against the
just
forest
like slide
monsters.
around and you have to shoot the little targets to
Yeah,
keep your momentum. I I don't know. It just seemed like what I don't.
repetitive.
Yeah, and it's just like although the movement looks smooth as hell, I can see it getting boring like really quickly. And then what does the game have you doing after
It
that?
wouldn't surprise me if that's like a 2 or 3 hour game.
Yeah,
But I feel like if it is 2 or 3 hours, they show. I say they show too much. They probably didn't show as much as what it felt like, but it felt like it was on screen for a long time.
it was. Yeah, I think it was 10 minutes of
Bro,
gameplay.
that's like a
It's like a
15 for your
hypothetical
game there.
game. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't really appeal to me. The art
No,
style was kind of cool, but it was just the whole premise of it and how it looked like it played. I can just see me like playing it for like 20 minutes and then just being like, "What's next?"
but who knows, right? It could come out and it could be a 10-hour campaign, and it could have loads of different stuff in. Wait
Yeah.
and see, but no, again, not overly not overly invested in it.
No,
So
no. Next up is Spelunky 2. Have you ever played Spelunky 1?
I did. Me, Chrissy, and Alex all played it for a bit.
I never played it.
It's quite good fun. It's all right. It'll be interesting to see um, what they bring out for number 2. It's a good game. them sort of games I'm not a fan of anyway. The platform games, I'm not really sold on the
Right.
whole platform style.
Yeah.
Chrissy loved it and spent loads of time on it, so she'll probably get it, which means that I can play it.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Give
overly
it a
fussed
try.
again. There's a lot in the state of play that didn't have me that fussed, but I went into it not expecting much
Yeah.
because it weren't
Because at the end
like
of the day, they came out up front and was like, "You're not getting any big PS5 news."
I did see, however, that they were meant to be announcing a lot more during that show, but they saw
That's what
Microsoft
apparently
showing,
Xbox did.
and they backed out, and they were like, "Oh well, don't have to show everything now."
Yeah. Well, that
So
would make sense if that is the case.
they're holding stuff back. If they're holding back a new Metal Gear Solid or something, or a new Splinter Cell, pissed,
Yeah.
pissed.
But yeah, so Spelunky, it looked like it would be good fun. Depending on the price of it and what I'm doing when it comes out,
I
I might
imagine
pick
it'll
it
be
up.
about £15, £20.
Yeah, so like if there's not really a lot going on when it comes out, I might well pick it up just
Yeah.
to have a little go. It might be a fun little party game
Mm-hmm.
to try out. But like I said, I've never played the first one, so I don't really know. I don't really know Spelunky at all.
Yeah,
But
it's all right. It's okay. That's all
uh,
I've got for it. It's not my type of game, but it's okay. It's fun for a bit for me.
so next on the list, Eon Must Die. I don't remember that at all.
I think I was probably getting my crown in Fall Guys at that point.
Eon Must Die is an intense 2D action game with a Saturday morning cartoon aesthetic, whatever that means. It looks to be a dark and very stylish take on the genre, and it includes vehicular sequence and plenty of demonic enemies. The game will be releasing on PS4, is what it says on this website that I'm looking at.
Cool. Have
I
fun.
don't remember it at all,
No,
so we'll
not good.
just breeze straight over the top.
Skip.
The next one, also another one that I don't think I remember, is Anno Mutationum. Skip. I think I just
I'm
saw
going to do a little bit of tumbleweed going across the screen.
I think I just saw one go past you there anyway.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, I don't
Next
remember
one,
it. This is what I was then saying was there weren't
Go on.
much from State of Play that I was hyped about, but I feel like that's just because
I don't know.
they didn't. I know what one you're about to say.
Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks. I weren't expecting you to say that one. Shit. Again,
Bug Snacks though, bro. Like we actually saw how it was going to play this time, and I'm a little bit more intrigued because it also seemed like at the end, I can't remember what the exact wording was, but at the end of the segment, one of the characters said something that almost insinuated there's like a dark undertone to the whole game.
it was something like
it just looks funny as hell.
Was it not something like if you make it out alive or something?
Yeah. It was something along
there was
those
like
lines.
some dark, spooky music going on in the background as well.
Yeah, so I feel like it might be a game that looks like it's designed for kids, but
you're gonna poop your pants.
You could probably let your kids play it, but there's certain
point.
things that happen and that are said that only adults will pick up on, which I think would be really cool because you don't.
This is the one that had the massive flying moth food at the end.
Yeah,
and it went over the top.
Yeah,
That's cool.
And it had the weird carrot snake where the carrot like extended, and that made me really uncomfortable. But honestly, the more I see on it, the more intrigued I am, and it's on my scale of will I buy it. It's probably about a 6.5 out of 10 at the moment.
It's getting there. It's creeping up.
It's creeping up, yeah, for sure.
I'll be interested to see what it is when they're ready to show more.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "Nah, what is this trash?" And then, yeah, like you said, this new one came out, and it's.
I don't know. Like when they first showed it, I was just like so amused by it. I thought it was great. And then this one was even better because you get to actually see what you got to do, and it literally just looks like you're just capturing these weird food creatures
and making them your villagers. You're basically taking them into slavery, right?
Yeah, I mean that's how like Animal Crossing works and stuff, isn't it? So no
Yeah.
different.
They don't have to work on Animal Crossing, though.
That is true. That is true. So next
Did we
on
just
the list,
compare Bug Snacks to Animal Crossing? Oh man, Chrissy's gonna be so annoyed. So's
we're gonna get
Christina.
some next up.
should we put Animal Crossing in the title?
Yeah, might as well. Animal Crossing. No, but the title should be Bug Snacks. ... The new Animal Crossing ?
Exclamation mark as well.
Yeah. Let's just swiftly move on from that one.
Oh dear.
The next one is a minor thing. Star Wars Vader Immortal coming to PSVR. I played Vader Immortal because I got it free with my Quest, and it was really good. Like the story was just so cool, and like I said to you, the part when you first, like pretty much right near the start, and you stood in this room, and then Darth Vader just walks in,
Yeah.
and you literally, like, as he walks up, you just stood there, and like you slowly just like, oh my god, this guy is tall.
He's a god.
He's massive. So yeah, it'd be good to see PSVR players be able to get their hands on it. Although I don't have one, I've already played it.
I've had a PSVR, and I've now got the Oculus Quest, and
Yeah.
the PSVR was quite clunky.
Right.
Obviously, that was the first iteration of the VR, so maybe they've worked on it. The Quest, I would say, is my preferred VR choice for sure.
Yeah.
But it's exciting for them people who can't afford to or can't run it on
Exactly.
PC to get it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for it to go lower in price before I get it because I don't play the VR much anyway. So, yeah,
because
that's
I think
cool.
at the moment it's like £8 per episode, isn't it? Something along
like
those
that.
lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely worth getting when it is cheap. Next up, we have Control with their new DLC. Now, neither of us have played Control.
That game looks fucking good.
I've been intrigued by Control, and I've been doing a little bit more research on this specific thing.
So,
the past couple of days.
Are you about to say what I'm about to say? Where it's like their Alan Wake DLC? Did you read that as well? Yeah.
So, Control is made by the guys that made Alan Wake, and
which was an Xbox exclusive, by the way.
Yes. And I can't remember the name of the studio, and I'm going to kick myself. Does it actually say on here? No. I think it's Crystal Dynamic, or is that the guys that's making Marvel?
That's Square Enix.
Have a quick look for me, because
I got you. Keep talking.
So this studio made Alan Wake originally, which was an Xbox exclusive. And then they have made Control, which is a PS4 exclusive, but they actually bought the rights to Alan Wake off Xbox.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they bought the rights to Alan Wake. So everyone went haywire thinking we're getting a new Alan Wake. But little did people know that
they're just going to put Alan Wake into Control.
It's all in the same universe.
It's Remedy Entertainment are the developers.
Remedy, yeah.
And just a little side note on Control. The Ultimate Edition is coming later this year, and it is going to be on PS5 and Series X as well.
Series X? Oh, okay.
It's published by 505 Games.
Okay. Well, yeah. So apparently, in parts of Control, they teased Alan Wake being in the universe. Go on.
It did release on Xbox as well. Control.
Oh, I thought it was PS4 exclusive.
No, Windows, PS4, and Xbox One
came out on everything. All right. Well, So in Control, apparently there's quite a few teasers of Alan Wake being in that universe, and then they drop this DLC, which looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm going to rewatch it, although I know absolutely nothing about Alan Wake and I've never played it. Apparently, it's on Game Pass, so I might actually give it a go.
Is
Um,
it?
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Apparently, right at the end, you hear Alan Wake talk, and he says whatever. I don't remember what he says. I
Okay.
need to rewatch it.
That's cool.
And basically, all the Alan Wake fans have been going batshit for it, hoping that you actually get to play as him in this. So it's clever. And I was just looking at it. The DLC is called Awe, so AWE.
Alan Wake something.
Yeah, Alan Wake Experience or something. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
maybe.
I definitely want to try Control
It's out
because
on my
I looked at it
birthday.
before and it looked like a good game. What, the DLC?
Yeah.
Oh,
August 27th, which
but yeah,
is its 1 year anniversary as well.
nice.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. So that's the
It's
story
pretty cool.
behind Control and its new DLC.
I like that.
I will. I think I will give Alan Wake a go. Obviously, there's no knowing how the gameplay holds up because it's a fairly old game. So we'll see.
Might be worth seeing whether Control's on there, to be fair. I don't know
Yeah,
if it is.
or
But...
seeing where we can play it. I know at one point it was on, although it's no use to either of us, but it was on PS Now at one point.
We could always do a live stream of the game before the DLC comes out, maybe of
Control, yeah.
Come round and we'll co-stream it from my setup or your setup.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
On the
Yeah,
big TV.
sit on the couch.
Do a
Yeah.
chill stream with everyone.
Yeah, sounds like a good shout.
Yeah.
Next up, the Pedestrian. Now you might think, what was the Pedestrian? But that was the one with the really cool art style, like the weird little platformer where you with the little guy that was on like the signs.
That reminded me of The Witness,
Yeah,
where it had all the puzzles and stuff and it moved. But that was cool that it moved across like the map in the background. That was really cool.
Yeah. So it's just a simple puzzle game coming to PS4 next year.
It'll be on PS5.
Yeah. Not really much to say on it. It did look like it. Like the art style is really cool. Like I've never seen that done anywhere. So
I wouldn't be surprised to see it be a PS Plus game on PS5.
Yeah, that kind of
If
thing.
PS Plus is still a thing, so obviously that was a discussion that we had last week. But yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Next one, Hood, Outlaws and Legends.
Ah, right.
Exactly. See, this is where when you said there wasn't much that got me hyped.
Yeah.
This is where I was like, hold on a sec, because this actually, although you don't get to see much actual gameplay, or
it was
even
4-player,
really
right?
understand the premise.
4 versus 4.
It looked a little bit like Hunt Showdown, but rather than going after a monster, it's a big old crate of loot that you've got to find.
It was It reminded me of the old Assassin's Creed multiplayer.
Yeah,
going around the map with like the villagers and townspeople. Yeah. So I'm guessing this is like a play on Robin Hood, right? Where you're stealing from someone to give it to.
Stealing from the rich to give to the poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, although we didn't see much, it means that there's not really much to say on it apart from the fact that I am very interested.
Yeah. Yeah, you got me on that one. That's
fair. The little breakdown here says a new PS5 game, Hood, Outlaws and Legends, is from Sumo, Newcastle, and Focus Home Interactive. The medieval game is dark and dreary, and it features wraiths who brag about being able to bypass defenses to strike their enemies. They promise to take back what was stolen and consider themselves heroes. So yeah, from what I've seen and what I've read and what I think it might play like 4 groups of 4, potentially more than 2, go into the map, and there is one big chunky chest of gold, and you have to basically get it out. But I'm guessing maybe it takes 2 people to carry it, or maybe all 4 people to carry it, which then offers the opportunity for people to ambush you on your way out or fight you when you get there. So the premise of it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does look cool. Yeah. Now that you've said it, I recall this one. Yeah, no, that looked fun. It looked like sort of like like your Valorant or your Rogue Company or something.
yeah,
Um, like that sort of gunplay sort of arena
yeah,
thing with medieval weapons and yeah, look cool.
yeah.
Be interesting to see what they do with it and how they expand on it as well. I guess.
Yeah, so I don't think there was a release date or anything like that. So I guess we'll see more in the future. Um, can't see it being a release title because they probably would have shown more and
Yeah,
probably said holiday 2020. So
that is also coming out on the Xbox.
yeah,
So State of Play was about a lot of things that are going across both as well, from what I've seen.
yeah.
But we
Um,
we Sony had first dibs on showing it.
next on the list, second to last, is Temtem.
I was hyped
Um,
about this.
have you played Temtem
I
yet?
haven't
Because
yet.
it's on Switch, isn't it?
It's on Switch and it's on Steam.
Yeah.
I might do.
Um, so it's
Even
coming to
you said you were
PS5.
interested in it, and you said it looked pretty cool.
I am.
Hmm.
Because it looks like it does what my biggest gripe with Pokemon is, in that you can't do anything with your friends apart from like, oh, there's this big Pokemon in this wild area. Do you want to come and help me fight it?
Yeah.
And then you fight it. You never see your
It
friends again until you do the next one. So
yeah. It looks like it. You can party up and do the whole story with your buds. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly what
which would
it
be
should
pretty
have
cool.
been. Like
Yeah.
if Pokemon had done like even just a two-player mode where you can
Hmm.
party up and then your stories sync up to the exact same point, or it's its own story, and you
Yeah.
go through and you do all the gyms, and they're all two versus two battles instead of the one
Yeah.
v one
Yeah.
stuff.
They're all just jewels. Yeah.
That'd been sick.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's what
it
they
looks
needed to
cool.
do, and they didn't do it.
It looks cool.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I
I'll
don't
keep
know
an eye
whether
on
I'll
that
get
one.
it on PS5. I think I might just get it on Steam or Switch.
It feels like it's a Switch game, doesn't it? I think it's just
But
because it's
that's that
Pokemon like.
Pokemon like thing. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like you almost need to be playing it on a handheld,
yeah.
but I suppose you don't. So yeah, I am interested in it. I think if it shows that you can do the whole story with friends, then I might pick it up.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um, so that brings us to the last on the list.
the holy grail of the state of play.
Basically, yeah, Godfall
I told
looked
you about this, didn't I?
good.
Yeah,
It looked good. Uh, yeah, it just looked really good.
it did look good.
I
It's
can just see it being really, really satisfying just playing that game and just like
it's
mauling through waves of people.
it's that the type of game that I love, where it's the looty, hacky slashy stuff.
Yeah. So I've never really been a fan of loot games. Destiny, nope. Borderlands, nope. And I think part of my problem is I get like, especially when I play it with other people, particularly, I get really annoyed because people turn into loot goblins and it just winds me up. And I'm just like,
Divinity Original Sin. I'm looking at you.
but even like when we played Borderlands 2, was it? We
Yeah,
played for like one time. Even in that, it's just like I can't be dealing with trying to be the first guy to pick up the loot. It just annoys me. I'm
that was
like
individual loot
I'm a
though.
it was, but it's still like people still rush to it.
Yeah,
So it just still annoyed me.
yeah,
And I'm always in games like that. I'm a fairly slow player. Like I prefer not to sprint around everywhere. I'll
yeah.
happily just jog and just, see what's about.
That's that type of
Um,
game though. Borderlands is that type of game where you sprint to the next objective, you kill everything
yeah,
there, and
just
then
like
you.
crack it all out. But yeah, so I'm definitely interested in Godfall. I probably will buy it because I like hacky slashy games. Did you ever
Yeah,
play any of the Dynasty Warriors games?
yeah,
How good are they?
yeah.
Like, you are so overpowered compared to those little minions that you always
And then
come
you
up
come up
against.
against one of the bosses, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh. All right,
was
big
just
man.
such a satisfying game, and I
Yeah.
feel like Godfall, although it'll probably be a little bit more detailed when you're fighting people, I think like I'll
Mm.
probably get that same satisfaction from it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
I think, is that going to be a launch? I think it is, isn't it? Launch title.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Have a look.
it's around
I
that
th-
time for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I think it's just said holiday 2020, didn't it?
Mm. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
So
that
yeah,
game looks
I
fun.
will get that.
Game looks super fun.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for it. My type of game.
Any things you want to add in? I've got a
Um,
couple more bits, but if you've got anything,
I was going to say something about PlayStation. I forgot. So no.
say it now or forever hold your peace. Um, First thing I just want to mention. I've been listening to a couple of podcasts the last 2 days about the Marvel Avengers game beta that was this
Yeah.
weekend that we neither of us did it, but and there's been uh, a lot of hate thrown on it because of a certain point in that it has loot. It's a game that's got loot, but none of it is cosmetic. So you can pick up like an armband or something, but you don't actually see this armband. All it does is boost your stats. And on one of the podcasts I was listening to,
Ooh.
they were saying that it seems like Crystal Dynamics made the game without a loot system, and then Square Enix, the publisher, has come in and been like, put a loot system on it. So they've kind of just like tacked it on the top, and that's why there's no visual changes with the loot, which I hope they change, because
I think
the
that needs to
cosmetic part of it is
change.
like the main part, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
To loot.
Especially them type of games. So you take Destiny, for example, and World of Warcraft and Elder Scrolls Online. You change a bit of gear, it visually changes because it's a
Mhm.
different bit of gear.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas
Yeah,
on
that
this,
doesn't make much
you pick
sense.
up an armband, and all it does is boost your stats, and
My
then
my
go
thing
on.
with that is have they done that because they couldn't get it to stretch around the Hulk's arm or something? You know, like
Well, apparently, in an interview, they've said that the reason why they've done it is because they don't want people to have, they don't want the characters to look like a mismatch of costumes, which is an absolute palm
it's a
off as an
cop out.
answer. Yeah, it's just like, this will do as the answer. We'll take that one.
Yikes!
Because it wouldn't be that hard to design individual items for each character. Most of them are all going to be the same size, apart from Hulk and whoever big people end up coming into it later on. So yeah, a lot of people are complaining about that, which I think will cause them to fix it. Probably they won't be able to do it by launch because it comes out in less than a month. But in the future, I'd like to see them say, we will fix it.
I mean,
There
the
will
game
be
hasn't even gone
visual
gold yet, right? They've not even finished it. They've still got two more
no,
betas before
yeah.
that. And
But by the time the two betas are done, it's going to be
one
like 2 weeks before launch.
1 week. I think it's like 1 week before launch. Their
Yeah,
last beta
so they're
is.
not going to be able to do anything, which is
Nah,
just weird. Why would you have a
that's
beta so
crazy.
late? But yeah, so
I
I
think
just
they're
want to
trying to
add that
build hype for it, and
in.
well, you change a bit of
Um,
gear, you expect to see that gear on your character, right?
yeah, and apparently there's even, when you pick up loot, there's also an option in your inventory that just says equip best loot. So it's just like, the game is telling you what's the best loot. What's the point in it? Just
Mm.
like level up my character. If you're just going to give me an option to automatically put the best loot on, that's
Yeah,
all numbers. Just give me the best. Just level up my character and call it that. Don't even have a loot
yeah.
system. But
Hmm.
obviously they've added loot system in because people love loot systems.
Makes it feel
So
accomplished when
hopefully,
you get something good.
yeah, hopefully they change it. But yeah,
I
I've
feel like
heard.
they need to. I saw a bit of it, and I don't know whether or when I'm going to pick it up. I think it needs a few updates before I will look at it.
So
As in,
apparently
like,
the story is promising. I didn't want to watch too much of it because I didn't want to spoil it, but um, apparently the story is promising. The co-op can be fun because you're playing as the Avengers with your mates, which is just going to be fun no matter what you're doing.
mhm.
But the actual co-op missions are very flat. It's just like go into this room, defend this room for a few minutes. That's it. Job done. You go back, and that's all it is. So yeah, we need to keep an eye on it. I was initially going to pick it up probably straight away, but I think I might wait on it.
That's
Probably
disappointing,
get it when
man.
PS5 comes out, I think.
That's disappointing.
Um, but yeah, so the beta was not good for the game. Well, I suppose it is good because I've got the feedback, but it wasn't good feedback.
Yeah, but it's feedback. Any
um,
feedback's good if you go
yeah, I mean
improve
that's
on it.
what betas are for, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's all testing. Yeah,
rough.
the
That's disappointing.
and the final thing I wanted to add in before I forget about it because I saw it on Twitter when I was scrolling through it while I was waiting for you earlier.
Yeah.
Tomorrow or today that this podcast goes up, get over to the Epic Store because
Wow, Troy.
Total War Troy is
Yeah.
free for the day.
Uh-huh.
So
First
get
24
over there.
hours.
If you're seeing this and you haven't done it, get over there, download it. It's free. Good
Free
way
for
to try out the series. That's what I'm going to do.
free for
I
24
played
hours. We played some Shogun, didn't we?
2. Yeah,
Hmm.
but we played like 2 matches against friends, so
Yeah.
wasn't really much. So I'm going to get this and give
That
it a
was
go.
good fun though. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was.
That's
Yeah,
fun. That was a good laugh. We split
definitely.
off into separate discords and went against each other. That was good.
Yeah, and it was a
Good.
steamroll. We obviously won.
Yeah, obviously.
You can't beat this duo. It's just not happening.
Could try if you want. I mean, step forward.
I mean, that is a challenge. I
We're
will
laying down the
probably eat my
challenge.
words
You
in the
watch.
first match.
Alex will be
But
like, "Yeah, I'll go against you," and just steamroll
we're
both of
not
us.
going to play against Alex because we know how that will go.
Yeah,
But yeah, so if you're seeing this and you haven't been to the Epic Store, get over there, download Troy.
do it.
It's a good way to try out a new series. There's
Sure.
loads of Total War games. It could well be like a foot in the door for the rest of the series for you.
Yeah,
I wanted to add that in for
100%.
people.
All good. I'm going to add one more thing. We have. This is going to be going up on Thursday. From Monday, our new schedule will be fully live.
Yes, it
It
will.
is going to include Green Hell. We've discussed in length. It's going to have Green Hell. We're going to have Minecraft. We're going to have Animal Crossing, and we're keeping the podcast.
The podcast is staying. Of course, the podcast
That
is
is it for now. Yeah, I mean, Animal Crossing. It's Animal Crossing. Like people go absolutely nuts for that game.
Yep.
Minecraft is a good laugh, and without too many people going ahead and completing quests and that, it should be more manageable.
Yeah. So the plan for Minecraft is we're going to just us two are going to be doing a Sky Factory series.
Yeah.
And we'll just roll with it. If we get to a point where we've had enough of it, we'll just switch it up to something else.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Minecraft is always good times, and I've always found Minecraft videos very easy to watch and lose a lot of time in watching them. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be good for the channel. We've got some people here already, or people that come that like to see Minecraft.
And next week we do have a guest on the podcast.
We do.
We have Master Jinx joining us. He is a good friend of mine. He went from streaming on Twitch and tried on Mixer and back to Twitch. And he decided to drop all of the live streaming and go to vlogging on YouTube. So we're going to put some questions to him, just see how he found the switch. If you've got any questions that you want to ask him, whether it's getting started up with vlogging, whether it's obviously Mixer isn't there now, but which platform he thinks is best, then we can ask him any of them questions. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I'm out of topics, I think.
Yeah, I
Can't think of anything out the top of my head.
So it was a good podcast today. It's good.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us. This will be live on a Thursday. Go pick up Troy and come back this time next week, and you'll be able to watch us all over again. You lucky, lucky people.
I mean, what else could you want in the world,
What
right?
else could you want in the world? Happy gaming, everyone, and see you soon. Bye
Stay
bye.
safe.